QueenCityPodcastNetwork.com.
Yo, what's cracking? It's your boy Rashad, one half of PNP, man. I had to come up here real quick. Rashaad Penny signing with the Carolina Panthers. That's supposed to happen after rookie minicamp. That's the intention is for him to sign with the Carolina Panthers. Now, before we get into that, welcome to the show, man. Hit that like button and the subscribe button on the way in. Trying to get 25,000 subscribers, so hit that sub button. Greatly help us out in getting to that goal, okay? So that said, here we are, another running back in a very, very crowded backfield. Very crowded backfield. So if you haven't been paying attention, you got Chuba Hubbard, who I predicted should be RB1 at this point. Based off of last year's production, did a great job. He should be RB1. Miles Sanders, who we signed to a rather large deal, disappointing. Obviously behind that Philadelphia offensive line, a lot of guys look good. They were able to swap him out, put another guy in there, and they kept it moving. Miles Sanders is clearly not that same running back that he was with the Philadelphia Eagles because of the offensive line. That's clear as day. So Miles Sanders is on the roster. He's still here. RB, I want to say 3 if you're going to put him behind Jonathan Brooks. Jonathan Brooks, who we just picked up in the draft as a second-round pick. This is partially why I was a little bit disappointed in that pick, because now you sign Rashaad Penny, and again, Rashad Penny's coming off a couple of disappointing seasons with the Philadelphia, one disappointing season with the Philadelphia Eagles. I think he had 33 yards on 11 touches, I want to say, and so it's very mediocre. I think it was inactive for a lot of the games in Philly as well, so not very good. But this could be a career resurgence for him. He's only 28. Rashaad Penny's only 28 years old. And let me just get one thing clear before we get confused. Okay, Rashad is 1A. Let's clear this up right now. This Rashad is 1A. Rashaad Penny has 2 A's. Okay, let's clear that. Let's get that clear right now. I'm 1A. He's 2 A's. I was about to spell his name wrong on the thumbnail, but I got to clear it up. Okay. Again, I'm 1A. He's 2 A's. Okay. All right. So, so we got Penny. Now here's what I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, is he just a camp body? Maybe. I mean, based off his past couple of years, he's nearing, once you hit close to 30, that career is about over. But he's only 28 years old. He's had a couple of solid seasons. Go back to his production and with the Seahawks. Let me go back and look at some stats. This just happened, so I haven't had time to really dive into his stats. But let me take a look. Take a look at his career stats real quick. I mean, yeah, not the best, and he was a first round pick too, 27th overall. Another reason why you don't want to draft running backs, but I digress. Or draft them high anyway. Yeah, never hit 1,000 yards. So 2018, he had 400. Let me just put this on the screen so y'all can see it. I hate reading to y'all like y'all can't see it yourself. All right, can y'all see that? Yes, y'all can see that. Okay, so Rashaad Penny, these are his career stats. Career stats for Rashaad Penny, as you can see, 419 yards his rookie season, 370 his sophomore season, 34 yards. I'm assuming injury and something happened with injuries that you only played 3 games. 2021, yeah, his past couple seasons were really, really mediocre. 346 yards in 2022, 33 yards in 2023. Maybe this is okay. Here's the theory I'm going to go with. On this shot, because I don't think he pushes Miles Sanders out the door like that. I don't think that's the case. I don't think this signing as of right now does not, to me, indicate that Miles Sanders is out of here. If you look at his career stats, he's a rotational running back, right? Rotational running back at best. Maybe a power pusher. He is 220 pounds, so maybe he is that guy we bring in the short yardage downs. We kind of push a pile, and get that first down. Maybe that's the case. Jonathan Brooks is not quite as heavy as Penny. And I don't think we have anyone as heavy as Penny in the running back that's going to project to be a player, an active contributor in every game. I don't think we have a running back that heavy. So maybe he is a power pusher, but I don't see anything outside of that. I don't see him taking Miles Sanders' spot unless they decide to move on from Miles. Now, again, if you walk away from Miles, if you walk away from Miles, I forgot what I was gonna say, man. Lost my train of thought. So okay, I got it. So if you walk away from Miles' contract, like it's a wash. It's a wash, right? You gain or lose nothing this year for cutting Miles Sanders, right? You don't gain anything. You don't gain any cap hit. You don't gain any cap back. You don't lose a ton of cap. I mean, so you're gonna hit some, get some, send some cap to the dead cap, right? You're gonna contribute to the dead cap, but there's no reason to cut Miles unless you just don't think he's gonna be any kind of contributor. And I don't think that's the case. We might be down on Miles, but I do think he offers some ability out of the backfield. He's not terrible, not worth the contract, but I think Miles Sanders could still be a contributor in that rotation. Like I would have him as RB3. I think he's a viable RB3. Now the contract, not so much. I mean, the contract sucks, but you can't. There's nothing you can do about it at that point. If you cut him, you're basically it's a wash. Like there's no reason to cut Miles Sanders or even trade him, and maybe trade him if you can get some picks back. Then that makes sense. But nobody's going to take his contract. That's why that's why he's still here. Nobody's going to take that contract, right? So I don't know, man. I don't think that this signing does anything for anyone. I think this is more of because okay, let me put it to you this way. Do y'all think, and I'm gonna pose this question to y'all. Do y'all think a guy like David Moore, the receiver that we signed, do y'all think that he pushes anybody off the roster? That's a real question I want y'all to answer. Do y'all think David Moore pushes any wide receiver off the roster? And I know we're a little delayed, so I'm gonna let some answers come in. Okay, TJ says yes. TJ says yes. A couple people saying nah. A couple people say no. A couple people say TMJ Marshall, but we already assume Marshall. We already assume Marshall is there, right? We already assume Marshall's gone. But I'm talking about, okay, if you look at the entire, maybe y'all not understanding my question. When you look at the entirety of the wide receiver room, right? I'm not talking about David Moore himself. Maybe I'm talking about, do you think David Moore is going to get a roster spot on the 53-man roster over guys like a Jalen Coker, guys like Smith Marset? Do you think he's going to get a roster spot over those guys? If you look at the depth chart, bro, I was working on some stuff earlier. So I was looking at it, bro, like Smith Marset, Michael Strachan, Cam Sims, Jalen Coker, David Carter, Sam Pinckney even. Right? So if you don't think David Moore is going to push and make the roster, then the same can apply for Rashaad Penny. These are guys that are familiar with Dave Canales' system. They are here to help guys understand and learn the system, and they could be practice squad guys. Like David Moore and Rashaad Penny could end up on the practice squad to help the guys learn, but I don't see those guys pushing to make an actual roster spot. I don't see it personally. I don't see it. That's just my opinion. And I agree. I agree with Super. I don't understand what you're trying to say, but I'm gonna go Super Bland. I don't know what that's trying to say, but he says him and Penny are guys that are familiar with the system, and to fill in if there are any injuries. I 100% agree with you. So everybody's asking about the Coker interview. The Coker interview is out for if you're a Patreon member. If you're a Patreon member, the Coker interview is out and it's about to be live for free agents. So the guys that are MVPs and franchise level Patreon members, the interview's out. You can view it. Full thing is out. If not, you're gonna have to wait. That's just how it is, man. We work hard. We work hard to get these interviews, bro. These things, so we work hard, bro. We work hard for these things. You know what I mean? So, and again, it's out. So check it out. Patreon.com/Panther Nation PC. You can check out the full interview. All right. But yes, I agree with this. DeAndre says it's all about competition. Dan Morgan, Dave Canales has been saying it all offseason. 100% agree. 100% agree with it. I got you, Claire. I'm gonna come back to your super chat in a minute. I agree with this. Maybe Penny is also here to push Miles Sanders be his best. Canales is always talking about bringing competition onto the roster. 1,000% agree. 1,000% agree. But these guys are also here because they know the system. They know the system. They know what the expectation is. They're familiar with the coaching style and the system that Canales is going to put in. And I think that the familiarity is what is a great selling point. Great selling point. So, again, why are we signing Penny? Because, again, like people are saying, it's competition. He knows the system. And this is also a great point. Jay Vang says, Penny's here until Brooks is fully healthy. He's probably going to take RB3 from Miles Sanders. I don't know if he's going to take RB3, but I do think, and again, this is kind of why I was a little on the fence with the Brooks pick, is he's not going to be fully healthy until training camp. Right. And that's what they're saying. He'll be back by training camp. But there's so much in between now and training camp. Like, training camp is not when stuff starts. Right. There's OTAs, there's mini camps, there's voluntary mandatory activities. Like, there's so much that happens between now and training camp. There's going to be a lot missed by Brooks. That's why I'm a little concerned about him just immediately making. It's going to take several weeks before Jonathan Brooks is fully integrated and contributing like to the roster. Like, he's gonna, until he's getting like, it's gonna be several weeks before he's getting mass snaps. I'll put it that way. And I expect them to ramp up throughout the year, right? He's gonna ramp up. I would say by the bye, he's going to be maybe fully integrated and he's gonna be there. But it's gonna take some time for him to get ready to go. You know what I mean? So I don't know what the deal is because I don't think he's officially signed. It's a great question. I don't know what the official deal is just yet because the signing is supposed to happen after rookie minicamp. That's what they're saying. That's what the tweet said, is that the deal is officially supposed to be signed after rookie minicamp. So we'll see. But yes, he is a power back. He is a 220, bigger running back. And that's something we don't have on the roster. We don't have a power pusher. We don't have, and how we get, what's going to happen when it comes to fourth and one. We're not going to QB sneak Bryce. We did it one time last year. So we're not going to QB sneak him. So maybe he is the power pusher. Maybe he does push off Miles. I just don't see it personally. We'll see. But yeah, I do anticipate Miles being gone after this season, and Chuba, may not be re-signed. I don't know, man. I think Chuba, he's gonna ball, bro. I think Chuba, man. Listen, Chuba is dealing with a lot, bro. Like, this man, he fought, basically snatched the starting role from daggone Miles Sanders last year. He just took it. He said, "Give me that. That's mine. This is my starting role." And now we end up drafting a guy in the second round. And when you draft a guy in the second round, the expectation is for him to play, contribute immediately. So now you're competing not only with Miles Sanders again for starting snaps, because, again, whatever happened last year, that doesn't mean it's going to happen this year automatically. He's still going to have, because we have a new coaching staff here, he's going to have to prove himself once again, right? And not only that, he's going to have to fight off Jonathan Brooks for RB1 snaps. So he's had a lot to deal with. Chuba has. Yeah, I mean, this is a lot. This man has done nothing but fight. I have nothing but the utmost respect, and he's improved. He's improved his game. I have nothing but the utmost respect for what Chuba's done, and for me, if it's me making a decision, I think he deserves to be RB1 and get the bulk of the snaps. He's earned it. His hands has gotten better. He's very good running back. Man, I agree. Carolina Choice says Chuba is the definition of a feel-good story. I am 100% rooting for him. I agree, man. That man has dealt with a lot. Now, when it comes to next year and him, signing a deal, I don't think he's going to command major bucks. I mean, he's got to do a lot this year. And maybe that was the chess move. Maybe that was the chess move by the Carolina Panthers, right? Maybe that was a chess move by the Carolina Panthers saying, all right, we're going to bring somebody else in here so we don't have to pay you that much. You know what I mean? We don't want to pay you what you might be getting paid if you have a 1,200-yard season. Maybe it's a chess move. I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. So people are asking, how good is Penny? Penny, he's had okay seasons. His best season was in, let me go back to it. His best season, I was looking at somebody else's stats there. Best season was in 2021, where he had 749 yards. That was his best season. He averaged 6 yards a carry. It's very good. 6 yards a carry. But over the past couple of years, he peaked in 2021. In 2022, Rashaad Penny had 346 yards. In 2023, he had 223 yards, and that was with Philly. But now, again, he's going back to a system where he's familiar with. He's familiar with Canales. Again, don't forget that Canales was in Seattle. Don't forget about that. It's very, my man said, very mid. Does Canales offense utilize a fullback? I don't know. It's a good question. And my man said another injury prone player. That's probably true. I haven't looked at his injury history, but I can tell you in 2020, it looks like he had an injury that year. And in 2022, that year appears to be injury riddled as well, as he only played in 5 games. So I don't know, bro. I don't know. Yeah, and I was gonna go live earlier today anyway, because I wanted to talk about the article that Joe Person put out. Joe Person put out an article about, because I see y'all talking about cornerback. We should have signed a cornerback. In Joe Person's article today, he mentioned that, listen, bro, as much as we want it to happen, it's been no movement on Stephon Gilmore. There's been zero movement on Stephon Gilmore, right? So we don't know when and if that's even going to happen. But there has been zero movement on Stephon Gilmore front. All we know is he's coming off of a torn labrum from last year, so he's rehabbing that. So I don't know if they're not comfortable with signing him yet because he's still rehabbing. I don't know, but there's no movement from the Stephon Gilmore front. We don't know. We don't know if it's not happening. All we know is, as of right now, there is no movement from Stephon Gilmore signing with the Carolina Panthers. So that's just what it is. There are a lot of good DBs out there too. Xavier Howard's out there. There's a lot of good cornerbacks out there. It's probably a money thing. That price got to come down. Every day you get closer to training camp, that price has to come down. So I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on, but I do shout out to Joe Person who put out that article earlier today about Stephon Gilmore, because there's no movement on that front. No movement. All right. The Panthers field is a corner killer. Yeah. Basically, man, that turf that we got is very, very mid. And I don't see us going back to. Only time we go back to grass is when international soccer players come over from Europe. When they have a soccer match, that's when they change the field and they'll change it back. But I guess our little football team isn't good enough. But I get it from a business perspective. When you brought music back to Charlotte, you gotta redo the field every time there's a concert and all that stuff. So I get it. From a business perspective. It makes sense. So how y'all feeling about this Penny hire? Y'all again, what y'all think? Y'all think he's getting put? Y'all think he's pushing anybody off the roster? I don't think so. As I talk through it, I don't think he's going to push anybody off the roster. I think he's here, like a lot has been mentioned in the chat. He's going to, he knows the system, right? He knows what to expect from Canales. And I think he's just here to help just in case something goes wrong with Brooks' recovery. But outside of that, man, I don't think there's too much to it. And again, competition, right? Competition. Everybody's gonna make everybody better. That running back room got some solid names in that running back room. Chuba, Brooks, Miles, Penny now, Tariq. There's some really good running backs in that backfield, bro. Blackshear, Spencer Brown still there as well. So it's a lot of good running backs. See if I can go back to our depth chart and see what it says. See some update. Shout out to our lads. If you want to see a pretty live version of our depth chart, you got to go to ourlads.com, NFL depth charts, and you'll see Carolina's depth chart. And let me see if they added him already. Nope, not there yet. But yeah, running, and we signed Mike Boone as well. So right now, Jonathan Brooks, they have Jonathan Brooks in at RB1, Chuba Hubbard RB2, Miles Sanders RB3, Blackshear, Mike Boone, Spencer Brown, Tariq Cohen, Jaden Sheridan. So we got, bro, our running back room is crazy. Bro. It's a lot of names in that running back room, bro. Shout out to Grand Doctor who put that in the chat. Yeah, check it out. They keep it updated really, really well. And I also go on their show. Shout out to Greg DePalma from Our Lads. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be hitting me up for a Panthers draft recap very soon. So I'll be going back on his show. Good stuff from them. But yeah, a lot of running backs. It made the best man win. And yeah, competition is gonna make everybody, iron sharpens iron. So they've been saying that. And yeah, I firmly believe that they are speaking that with action in every position. Wide receivers kind of deep too. You know what I mean? So this team's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. We're gonna be better for this. I like these signings, and it's gonna be very, very good. All right, let me hit some of these super chats. All right, I gotta hit one super chat. I hit two of them. One of them. Douglas White says, "Bye, Miles. Peace out, Miles. We don't know, bro. Maybe not. Maybe not. Now, I got to hit this super chat. Clell says, you and Dave breaking down the draft with Smitty? Absolutely. That is happening. Yes, that is happening. We are breaking down the draft with Smitty tomorrow. It'll be recorded tomorrow. I'm not sure when it's coming out. His team's going to cut it up. But we are going on cut to it tomorrow to film with Smitty again. So it's going to be fun. I'm going to need y'all to run up. And when that joint go live, I need all the support, bro. I need at least 100K views on that joint. Yes, me and Dave are going to cut to it. Dave is flying in tonight. And we will be, I don't know about the show tomorrow. I don't know how it's going to impact the show tomorrow. So stay tuned. We may have to push our show to Wednesday just because Dave is flying back also tomorrow. He's flying in tonight, flying back tomorrow. So I don't know how we're going to do that. It depends if he can get an earlier flight home. So he's going to try to go standby and go back earlier home. But yes, we are going on cut to it tomorrow. It's going to be dope. Smitty's fun. It should be a fun show. Very, very fun show. So good stuff. Sure, sorry, Cat says, if you were a GM, how would you establish Penny's contract? That's a great question. Probably vet minimum. Definitely giving him a vet min 1 year deal. I'm not giving him nothing crazy. I don't think he's worth anything out longer than a 1 year deal. Right. I think we have running backs, and maybe they do want to give him a 2 year deal, because if they plan on keeping him a little bit longer, if you look at the layout of the roster, right? Chuba's gonna be gone potentially. You want to get out from that Miles Sanders contract. So maybe they do sign him to a 2-year deal to kind of keep some continuity. I don't know, though. I don't know. I haven't watched enough Rashaad Penny to be like, all right, this is the guy that's going to fit our need. I don't know. I haven't watched him enough to say that. I need to go back and watch some tape from him and see what's up, but I haven't watched it. So I can't say. Can't say. But yeah, 1-year deal, vet minimum. It's a running back, so I'm not giving him nothing too crazy. That's probably it. That's about as easy as I can get. But it's a great question, though. Great question. Any other? Again, Jalen Coker interview. If you have not seen it yet, if you have not watched Jalen Coker interview, become a Patreon member. Sign up patreon.com/Panther Nation PC. Sign up, become a Patreon member. You will get the live interview or the full interview available then. Until then, enjoy the clips. And then at some point, we will release the entire interview. Okay? But enjoy the clips, man. I'm going to drop clips every day up until we feel like we want to drop the full interview. Is Gilmore still an option after signing Penny? Yeah, I don't think Penny precludes us from signing anybody. Like Penny's deal is going to be very small, bro. Like he's not going to get a big deal. So Penny doesn't stop us from signing anybody. Gilmore still should be. We still should be in contact with Gilmore, but as Joe Person stated earlier today, there has been no movement towards getting a deal done with Stephon Gilmore. So we're just in a holding pattern right now. It's a holding pattern right now. Shot dropping clips like they singles for an album, building the hype. Yeah, man. I mean, listen, my Patreon supporters deserve to sit on this interview, bro. They contribute to this show, and I got to give them some content. So this is the content that they get. If you are contributing to this show from a financial standpoint, bro, you're going to get perks, and that's part of the perks. So shout out to my Patreon folks, man. We holding it down for the Patreon members. Holding it down for the Patreon members, bro. Hey, that's exactly right. DJ Vlad, bro. That's exactly the inspiration for him. Dropping these joints like Vlad. Part 1, part 2. You know what I mean? That was the inspiration. Him and Matt Hoffa and them. Yeah, man. Listen, we just having fun with it, man. We having fun with it. I mean, A-Cash says, good thing I joined MVP last week. Exactly. You get the perks. I try to tell you. I try to tell y'all something was coming. And it's gonna be more. It's gonna be a lot more coming too. I got some more stuff in the works. Just be patient. It's coming. Pause. But yeah, man. Shout out to again. Appreciate all the Patreon members, all the support from even all viewers. All viewers get love, man. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for sure. Let me see. Bradbury might get released from the Eagles. Who would be a better fit for our team? Bradbury or Gilmore? Gilmore. Spence, patreon.com/Panther Nation PC. Patreon.com/Panther Nation PC. And you can sign up there. I'll put a link in there. Here we go. Let me see. Yes, so here is our Patreon. Putting the link in the chat right now. Grab that link. You can sign up, man. Pick a tier. I will say this before you sign up. The free agents will be getting the Coker interview probably around 2 o'clock. At 2 o'clock, the free agents will be getting the full Jalen Coker interview. Again, it's tiered, right? I have a tier system. MVPs, franchise, they get access to everything 24 hours in advance. Then the free agents get it 24 hours later. So at 2 o'clock, the free agents will get the full Coker interview. Yeah, man. I'm not. Hey, yo, that Thriller dance was a long time ago, bro. That was like 3 or 4 years ago, B. That was a long time ago. That's when we had a game. I think it was a Thursday night game against Atlanta, and it was on Halloween or something like that. I can't remember what happened, but that's a long time ago, Grandizer. You got good memory. Good memory. All right, but yeah, man, Rashad Penny signed to the Carolina Panthers. I don't want to hang out here too long. Rashad Penny signed to the Carolina Panthers. I think it's a good signing. I don't think he's going to push anybody off the roster right now, but we won't know, bro. We won't know. We won't know, bro. It's gonna be a wait and see moment. You gotta wait. I don't expect him to be like some world beater. Like he's not. He's had a couple of mid seasons. His best season was 700 yards. So I mean, I'm not really expecting crazy things out of Rashaad Penny, but pushing the pile, yes, that's something he can do. Something he can do. All right, y'all got any questions? I can hang out for about 5 more minutes. Then I got to get up out of here. Y'all got any more questions? My man said, I'm still with Dan Morgan. I believe in him. Yeah, I mean, he's doing a good job. He's 2 A's. He's 2 A's. You got to add another A. He's 2 A's, bro. Facts. My man said, I'm dropping clips like K. Dot diss tracks. PNP dropped again. Yeah, I'm dropping one every day, just like K. Dot, for sure. For sure. Was Smitty or Coker the jinx you were concerned about? Yes. Yes. But both have been locked in and confirmed. One is done already, but yes, that was the jinx I was concerned about. How do I feel? I won't get into the Drake and Kendrick disses. I don't want to get into that right now. I'll save it for tomorrow. Let's see if somebody else drops tonight. But yeah, let's just say Kendrick is up right now. Kendrick is up right now. You think we have any other notable signings aside from potentially Stephon Gilmore one? I don't know. I got to see who else is out there, but I think yes, Stephon Gilmore is probably going to be the biggest one if that does happen. I think I would not be surprised if we went out and got another edge rusher because I think that is a need. So I'm gonna say if we were, and I don't know who's available right now, but I'm gonna say edge rusher and Gilmore. Let me see if I can find a list. And you got to keep this in mind too. Our cap is pretty tight right now. We pretty much are at the we are basically at zero cap. By the time you add in the draft class, like we basically have no cap room. We basically have no cap room. So we're gonna have to create some if we're gonna, and there's obviously ways we can get room. There's obviously ways we can get room, restructure some guys. But as of right now, I think we're probably gonna cool out and just wait. We're just gonna wait. Let me see who's available. Yeah, Xavier Howard. Damn, Jamal Adams still up? This can't be right. Shoot. Looking at a list of free agents, seeing who's available. Bruh, page ain't working. I'm the best in the nation, Jamal Adams. Yeah, that one. That one. Let's see who's available from an edge rusher standpoint. So defensive end or edge. Agba's still available. Carl Lawson. Ngakwe still available. It's a couple names out here. It's a couple names out here. Unless this list isn't updated. I have it for available. I have it filtered for available. So, yeah, Adams did fall off bad. He did. He's down bad. Yeah, I don't know if Yannick is gonna happen though. That's quite a bad. And again, I'm sure they're waiting. Some of these guys, man, they're not here for training camp, bro. They just want to play. They just want to rush the passer, bro. And I think especially for edge rusher, they don't need to. Yeah, I mean, they don't need to go to training camps like that. I've talked about that on the show. Yeah. So, as for cornerbacks that are still available, Xavier Howard, J.C. Jackson, Adoree Jackson, Cameron Sutton, Stephon Gilmore. That's like the top 5 names that are out there. Y'all boy Eli Apple's still out there too. Trey Flowers. It's a couple names out there. But again, as we go, because I still see y'all talking about the running back situation and the Rashaad Penny signing. Keep in mind, man, like y'all got to really, 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 really think about this. And we say this, we've had so many coaches. I'm saying it like a broken record because we say this every year we have a new coach that comes in here. Bro, these coaches and GMs, they're not loyal to anybody. Like it's a new fresh start. Everybody has to prove themselves, B. Like there's no shoe-ins for guys like Blackshear. Yeah, he did a great job under that system. He did a good job. But that doesn't mean he's gonna fit what the new system requires. That doesn't mean he's gonna do a good job in this system, in the Canales system. You know what I mean? It's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be very interesting to see what happens. Very interesting. Who would I want to pick up that's available? I think Stephon Gilmore. We need a cornerback. I think if we get one of those top cornerbacks that I just mentioned, I feel like that's going to help out our edge rushers, and we're going to be able to get to the quarterback. But I think the better the secondary is, the better we're going to be. So I'm rolling with any cornerback on that list. Xavier Howard, JC. I prefer Adoree's a little short, but give me JC, Xavier, Stephon. Centers, any centers out there? Connor Williams. Wow. Yeah, Connor Williams is out there. It's a couple names out there. Couple names out there. This is a good question. Think Tep has stepped back some based off this on this offseason so far? Yeah, I think so. You can obviously see he's not in the limelight. Other than the restaurant incident, he's been pretty quiet. We haven't seen much from him. And I think he's given Canales the freedom to do what and Morgan the freedom to do what they need to do. And not only that, I think they've been given some assurance. And again, it's going to have to translate on the field. We're going to have to get some W's. But I think the message is clear that they have time to build what they want. Like even you could tell by this draft, like this draft class that we just had, like some of these guys aren't quite ready for prime time day one. Yeah, I mean week one, they won't be ready to go. They have to develop. And I think that's the biggest thing. That's the key word for this year is development. All right, we need to see some guys develop, bro. And we haven't developed anybody over these past 3-4 years. I mean, only guy we can really hang our hat on, or a couple guys we can hang our hats on, Derek Brown, DJ Moore. Even DJ Moore was solid after his rookie season, but I mean, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. So we'll see. We'll need to start developing for sure. My man said the Friday meeting's canceled. I don't know, bro. I'm pretty sure he's gonna have to check in with Tep. Chuba did develop. Yeah, I would say that. I would agree. Chuba has developed pretty well. I would agree with that. All right, with that said, man, I'm gonna shut this thing down. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out if you haven't already done so. I know about 20% of y'all that watch are not subscribed. Let's get that to 100%, because if 100% of y'all subscribe, we'll get one step closer to our 25,000 subscriber goal. So hit that subscribe button. That being said, check out the Patreon, check out all the stuff. I'm out of here. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow, hopefully at some point. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. Like I said, we're going on the show with Smitty tomorrow, and it'll be filmed. Not sure when it will be released. I think it'll take a couple of days for them to edit it and put it out. So I don't know. I don't know if we're going to have the Tuesday show based off of that. We'll see. All right. With that said, we out of here. Peace.